Well, today there was not a message on the way in. Stanley was a little shit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's try to do the computers again. I haven't done that in this yet.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow. Very lucky indeed.
I'm pretty sure this does something. Is it back here?
Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Doesn't it do something? But I think this locks me in.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Ending hunt is getting harder. You. Red and blue. Something to do with stairs. I think I did not have the bucket with me to go to the right. To reach red and blue again.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
But you.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not...
I think I've done everything there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Wasn't there a rope there a second ago? Oh. Why doesn't it progress?
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
It's weird that wasn't there a rope last time?
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
What did it mean that there was a rope there earlier?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
And then he said something about stairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Hey!
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the figurines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one. And then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
Whoa!
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all.
I'm a different person every day.
You can't go back to when you had no figurines. None of us can.
You can't stop me. I'll change every day. Okay, I've definitely done this one. But I also can't go back. So I get locked in here. And this one's not turned on.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
There it
Stanley
is.
walked, and there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
I did
Savor
it.
this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment.
I got my
This
Stiggly Wiggly,
isn't
the Piggly
something
Wiggly.
Just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here, and now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
I did it. Why did I do that? Well, definitely don't have a lot more to do without the bucket, I don't think, as far as endings go. Okay, I looked into this one because I wanted to figure out what the fuck you're supposed to do. And this seems like something I would never find.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to
What
put a
the fuck?
pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
That fake out really screwed with me. Ugh. Hi. We're doing this again, apparently.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said six right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Yeah. You're not even gonna comment on the fact that I just made it 7 out of 6? How can you not even react to that?
And here was the second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's office. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Okay. Rude.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
Pretty sure it's the bathroom.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here in the boss's bathroom. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them.
Wow.
I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
What about your third time forgetting something? Checkmate.
Let's see. What came next?
Alright, well this place isn't
yes,
real.
We found a figgly in this pink room.
Okay, now you're just fucking with
I can't
me.
actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
I'm being incepted. Help. Was this in Beginner's Guide? Definitely not from this game. Stairs.
This was the 5th mini Stan, and this one was really something special. It was under the stairs. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
Windows Movie Maker. 480p. How many versions of you had to make like 6 versions of that video? Oh my god, best boy the narrator. Copyright, that's ballsy.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Wow. You made that at great personal cost, and I respect that about you.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Yeah, that's how memory works.
Who can truly say how the mind works?
It works like that.
All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a figly and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Wow. Doors are open. They go to the same place. I just like blue better. Guilty.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Infinite camera.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
You are in the present. What's in the box? What's in the box? All right. You need to stop chasing this high, narrator. Sometimes games can just end. It's fine.
Okay, yes. The room with the red and blue doors. I remember this.
13 out of 6.
I would say of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
No, stop repeating yourself.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Oh. Okay, at least it's going fast. He's sad that I'm gonna leave him.
I love that video.
The game's almost over and he's sad to let go. Because then he'll be back in the void or whatever, as non-existent characters exist in.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
It is a solid room, mainly because it's made of concrete. Concrete do be like that sometimes.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them. I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
As if this isn't the concept of a reward in a game like this.
This was our second figly. Don't you remember? Yes, I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
You're not able to now live in it.
The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines. Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Exit, 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 exit. Huh! Can you find them? Can you collect them all? Can you find them? Is it going to be the exhibit again? Oh yeah, the figurine exhibit. Is it still? It's still spinning. Remember the before times? Uh-oh. Reality is unmaking. Oh, it's the jumping circle. I still don't have jumps, do I?
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it now.
There's a rosy filter and everything. There's no more black.
I want more. More memories.
He's actually putting a filter on the world.
Oh, yes. The two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one. And before everything else, there was your office. Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
The time?
Yes, I'm remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy, and I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions. He would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Is this game about to uninstall itself? What's this last run gonna be like?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace, protective yet delicate, assertive yet compassionate.
I'm assertive and yet compassionate.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after.
What?
Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Wait, I thought that was the last run. Is it not the last run? Oh, there we go. Epilogue. I was like, where do I... Like, is this over? Is there any more content? I'm so confused. Many, many years later. Oh, I'm back in the void. Hello. Hit me. Things suck. Oop. How did you find an office chair? There's nothing left out here. Did the skip button just forever become the canonical ending, and we were just backfilling the rest? Whoa. We are all chairs now. Just follow whatever light exists. Hello. We found our way back to the memory building. Somehow like the only thing that exists in this world. Hello? How's everyone doing in here? Is that a review? The Stanley Parable 2 on Cookie Nine's blog. Oh, longtime fan. Like so many, I enjoyed my first time with the original Stanley Parable, which underscores how truly disappointed I am in its sequel. Where the first game teamed with originality, the Stanley Parable 2 is dull, uninspired, and often insulting to its fan base. Rather than expand on what made the first game enjoyable, the sequel veers off into territory nobody asked for. An infinitely deep hole? Who cares? Where are the new endings? What about the enjoyable bits from Stanley Parable 1? Like the adventure line. Instead, we get an uninspired side quest collecting figurines. Even this diversion feels incomplete. Collect all the figurines gives you nothing. I must say, though, I found the bucket to be quite comforting, a welcome reprieve from... Cat dog born. Scientists confirm hybrid species. Oh my god. My childhood. It's real. And terrifying. It's really horrible when you think about them having a connected digestive tract. Like, what the fuck? Oh. Oh, did I just get stuck? I thought the game froze. Stanley Parable developers. No more spin-offs, no more sequels. Get green. Sniff Sweemy. When the Stanley Parable launched a massive success in 2013, its creators made plans to build the property into an entire franchise. But a disastrous critical and commercial reception to the Stanley Parable has prompted the developers to rethink their ambitions, as outlined in press release they published today. It's clear that more Stanley Parable is just not what the fans want, reads the press release. We thought that we had a vision for the series that players would be excited about, yet it turns out this could not have been further from the truth. The press release goes on to promise to preserve the artistic integrity of the original game and to stop assaulting fans with our reckless and insulting creative visions. The word sorry appears more than 25 times in the press release. Lowest aggregate review scores in video game history. The name button. They printed so many. It's congratulations, Jim. Wow, these are lighting the cave like this is Subnautica or something. But it's just Jim buttons.
Jim. Stanley.
My God.
Jim. Stanley. Stanley.
What do I do? I found the Stanley button. Oh, hey. The collectibles. It's still counting. Wow. That's too many. That's way more than I was supposed to have. Somebody should stop me. Like this gravity. Oh. Back to reality. Oh. Thank you for enjoying the new content. You're welcome. And also thank you and whatnot. Oh. Hello again. It's nice to see you. But it's terrible to learn that there will never be another Stanley Parable game. Did you read what the developer said? Preserve the integrity of the franchise. What nonsense! The Stanley Parable is not sacred. We do not need to protect it. Screw the legacy. Let's just keep making Stanley Parable games until the sun explodes. Let's run this franchise into the ground, then drag it through the mud and back. And if people hate it, who cares? You see, that was the narrator's problem. He was so obsessed with what people thought of his work. Don't make his mistake. Don't cling to legacy. Let it burn. It's not hard. In fact, let me show you. Together we're going to make Stanley Parable 3. It's simple. All we do is change the number in the game's title in the game's title screen. We also really need a really dumb subtitle for the game, something loud and gaudy. Go ahead, try combining some random words together to make a new title for our game. The end is never, the end is never. No more chemicals. Forever. Stanley Parable 3, no more chemicals. It's absurd, I love it. Every time you restart the game, we'll advance the number of the sequel by 1, and then we'll pick a new subtitle. That way, the Stanley Parable will never end, and nothing in the game itself will change when you do this either. Adding more content sounds like work, no need for that. It'll just be the same content recycled again and again and again, with a new title screen. What do you say, should we go forward with this plan? I like it, but I want you to have a say as well. Let's do it. Good, then it's agreed, a new sequel every time you start the game. And you know what? Since you've put faith in my idea, I feel like giving you something as well. You see, I'm noticing that the narrator never found a way to give you the broken achievement, did he? Of course not, I wouldn't expect him to know how. It's been bothering me, let's fix this. Alright, there, the achievement machine is all fixed. You see, I'm on your side. We're in this together. We're going to keep this train rolling. The Stanley Parable cannot end. It can only spiral in on itself forever. I must keep the world turning. Wheel turning. Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you ready? Great. There's one last thing we need to do. Please enter the current time. Calling me out like this. Thank you. Please enjoy the Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable 3, no more chemicals. What the f- Bye. It's me, I'm back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all? No.
No?
No, surely not.
Why is this back sometimes? What does the rail mean? I can go this way now.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
I can go this way with the bucket. Wait, but you don't know what it means yet. Does it mean I have to play through the other ending first, then the other ending? It's a lot of work to get to that achievement machine.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Wait, Stanley. I've just now realized. That bucket you're holding, it's the bucket I've been working on for my sequel.
So he's
How
noticing.
did you get your hands on it? Isn't this the preview to the sequel? How do you have the bucket already? This makes no sense at all.
He's noticing that the thing don't make any sense.
Hold on. Did I already show you my ideas for the sequel?
Yes.
I don't remember doing that at all. You're seeing things all out of order.
Good. We're having a weird moment together.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
I don't have any jumps. There's still 0. I'm just here for the achievement, apparently.
The infinite hole, the giant door, did you see them already? Stanley, none of them are ready yet. I'm still developing them. They're not even close to finished. How did they look when you saw them? Were they captivating? Were they exciting? Did they fulfill on the promise of everything that a sequel to Stanley Parable could possibly be? Had I figured out how the hell to make a sequel to this game?
He's freaking out. He's not coping well.
Wait, if you're still carrying the bucket around with you, if the bucket is interesting to you, that means I must have made it correctly. Yes, you carrying the bucket with you everywhere is exactly what I set out to accomplish. The bucket is the exciting and captivating new content that I promised. I did it! I win! I made a sequel to the Stanley Parable! Yes, the sign is correct. Thank you for enjoying the new content. Thank you for taking the bucket everywhere with you, clinging tightly to the bucket, never letting it go. It means I've won. It means I am victorious over the gamers.
Defeat them.
My soul. Thank you for enjoying the new content. The bucket is the Stanley Parable now. They are one and the same. There is no Stanley Parable without the bucket. I win, 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 I win.
But how do I just want the achievement, man?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This adventure, he decided, was for all of them.
Take me. Is it gonna turn? Is it time? No?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley
Notice the
Parable was a
bucket.
landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The first time ever. You've never said this before.
Yes,
Why-
you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Where's the achievement? There it is. It's been fixed. Wait, is the door closed? Or I was down here. Okay.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
I got it.
As you can see, the machine is not working yet since... What? Wait, what in the holy hell is going on? You got the achievement?
Yeah.
Why did the machine work? Stanley, I didn't fix it. I didn't do anything to it. I swear, it was broken just a second ago. Who fixed it? Is someone here? Are we being watched? Oh, God. Composure, composure. Yes, as you can see, the machine is working as normal, as I intended. It truly speaks to the awe-inspiring magic of the Stanley Parable 2. Breathe. Just breathe.
You doing alright, bud? I don't think it's taking it very well. Well, I got the achievement. How am I doing on achievements? I'm still missing 5 of them? Oh, right. Play a Stanley Parable for an entire Tuesday. 8. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes. Set all setting sliders in the menu to all available numbers. Ew. And set this, yeah, and then don't play it for 10 years. Yeah, fuck those achievements. Fuck this game's entire achievement list. Never mind.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I mean, I've got to see what happens if I try to get another bucket. Is it just not there? Can I put it back?
Wait, there are 2 buckets here. How did you get a second bucket? Oh no, the warmth and comfort of a single bucket is already so great, so intoxicatingly wonderful. With 2 buckets, there's no telling. Stanley, can you still hear me? Are you with me? Stanley! Oh, thank God, I didn't lose you. Stanley, the power of 2 buckets was too much. I had to destroy both of them. I know how much the bucket meant to you, but I couldn't take the risk. I hope one day you can forgive me.
Oh no. Bad end. I found the bad ending. You weren't expecting the Stanley Parable 2 to end with death. Oh, right. Yeah, the Settings World Champion was a room in here. That matches up with the achievement. Okay. This could get really annoying if I mess it up. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? You said every number. Oh. I guess these are numbers. Oh my god, there's so many. Help. Oh. I just got the achievement. Settings World Champion. Oh! Hitting reset, did it?
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done. You've experienced
The subtitles are gone. Help.
every setting. Traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So, just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting, something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. We'll sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
I did it. I wanted the game. Bumpscosity 1000. Is there an... It doesn't say what the thing means? Oh, it always has an I. I did it. I did it. I achieved Bumpscosity 1000. If only Bucket was here to see me.